So a few days ago, we talked about the Gobots Treds, and we got our very first look via the Chinese message board Weibo and the eBay auctions of our upcoming Transformers Generations Gobots 3-pack. I said on the Transformers Slag podcast Saturday Night live stream that at some point we would be seeing some of those other members because those images have been bouncing around, and Smallfoot for sure we'd be seeing any day now. Well, less than 2 hours after I finished the live stream, those photos that were first circulating on Weibo's Chinese message board started to show up in the Western websites, and we got our very first look of Gobots Smallfoot. So let's get down to it, cover the basic info, and cover everything like we always do here on the Transformers Slag podcast. So let's get the basics out of the way. She's a female Gobot character that existed in the original show and toy line. This is, of course, based off of that eHobby 2004 Gobots 6-pack that we got back in the day, which was a repaint of the original Generation 1 1984 gears into that coloring. This version, of course, being a repaint now of the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe class gears that we got recently. Except this time around, unlike the Treds that we talked about a few days ago, that was a straight up 100% repaint with nothing new on it, this one actually has a brand new head sculpt on it, something that's a little different than what Gears looks like. And it actually leans more into that early Sakamoto-san art that he did for Fun Publications for that head sculpt. Even it doesn't even look like the art from the original eHobby. They actually went with Sakamoto's coloring and stuff. So I dig that. That's pretty cool. Outside of that new head sculpt, everything is 100% like the original Legacy United Gears mold. Even has the same weapon that is included. We don't have a photo of the inside of the chest. Gears, of course, had this like flap that opened up and we could see the inside of the chest to kind of emulate that scene with the, I guess we'll call it the Grumpy accessory. But we don't have a shot of that, but I'm hoping that it would be really cool if they put a little deep cut deco under that chest and shows more of that cyborg nature that the original Gobots were. We'll see what happens. It'd be cool if they do something. If they do nothing, it'd be a shame, but there's a good surface opportunity there to have a little fun with a nice little Generation Selects fan exclusive kind of pack in a lot of ways. It's a great product that pretty much does everything the original eHobby toy did with a modern twist, and I absolutely love it. All we're missing now to know of this 3-pack is, of course, the other Fembot Pathfinder, no doubt, which is going to be a repaint and hopefully a retool of the Transformers Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 Cosmos. Again, we can look at the original eHobby one and get an idea of where they're probably going to go in that direction. After that, all that's missing from that original 2004 6-pack that has been updated, all that's missing is going to be Bad Boy. And that means whenever we get a brand new Power Glide mold that's a deluxe class, we'll see Bad Boy at some point, and those 6 original eHobby Gobots will be done in the modern style. Very excited about this set. Love it. I love this deep cut Gobot stuff. And like I said in the Tread segment, which you should go check out if you didn't already, I hope one day that after this, if this is successful, that they dive into those more supplemental Fun Publication characters from Gobots like Buggyman and Rescue and Man-O-War and the tooling that they could use from pre-existing and maybe one day new existing molds from Transformers. I dig it. I love it. Let me know what you think about it, but I think it's great. I love the new head sculpt. Second piece of news is a bit of a downer, but it is an update to what has been happening recently with Transformers Earthspark. But more specifically today, we're going to talk about the Japanese side of things. Figure King magazine issue number 316 was out, and they mentioned in the magazine that Earthspark is getting canceled early, and that the Earthspark Deluxe class Prowl that was scheduled to come out will also be canceled and will not be released, which is quite a shame. It seems that the Earthspark market in Japan has had really low sales, and the ratings on the show is just not good, and that is that. It's not being well received. It's just pretty much let's see what Hasbro and Takara has planned for the next TF line, but in terms of sales and ratings, this one just isn't working out. It's a shame because that Prowl looked really good. I know it's just a repaint of that Cyberverse version, but it looked really good. I liked the colorings on it. It was a nice different twist of things. And I was really hoping, with Earthspark having any kind of a market, Maybe we could see some other deluxes of those Earthspark characters. But I mean, if sales are really low and the show isn't getting a good, viewership, they're probably not going to invest more in updating these characters. It might be something where we might have to wait 5 years, 10 years for like a Generations kind of update to some of these characters, much like we saw with, like, let's say, Strong Arm getting a new toy all these years later or something. So we'll see. We will see. But it's not looking good for Earthspark, and that's unfortunately it for the news today. More or less, we get at least some good GoBot news out of it. Smallfoot is looking absolutely amazing. We'll keep you posted on any updates, like we always do here on the Transformers Slag podcast. Hope you learned something today, and as always, thank you for listening.